MSU Inside Out, I'm Krista Kruger.
And I'm Scott Dieber.
Coming up on today's show, softball and baseball seasons are in full swing, and we'll take a look at both squads. And of course, it was elections week here on campus.
That's right, Krista. In fact, the races were tightly contested. The winners, the unofficial winners were announced Wednesday night, and Justin Fast was there to get the winners' reactions.
It was a long campaign, spent a lot of hours, late nights, and I probably won't be able to sleep tonight, but the nights of sleep are coming. So I'm happy it's over, and I'm happy with the results. To address their concerns, make the student body the priority. Not that it hasn't been. I'm not accusing anyone of not addressing their needs or their concerns, but I hope to address, that's my #1 priority, upping the involvement in this. The dance seems to be, there's a lot of people there, and getting events like this to the thing where we get a lot of students in.
I mean, I'm really excited. There's a lot of changes I'd like to make with the university. I think the university doesn't really appreciate us as students. I'd like to get out there and make a major difference, change some of the things, the parking policy stuff in the dorms, things like that. And I'm really excited about the opportunity. Changing the stuff with the dorms. Garda Cox is on her way out. I understand she's retiring. So I think on behalf of the whole Student Association, I would like to get in there and be able to make some changes as far as the students are concerned.
Extremely surprising to myself. It's great to see 3 of our tickets get in. I'm really shocked that Corey did not win. But on a good note, I'm really glad for our ticket and how well we did do. 3 out of 4 is excellent. I'm not sure how that went. You know, I'm not going to make the call. Corey did excellent 2 years. I think he deserved a 3rd. And I hope next year goes great for us. I think we'll be able to work well. I know Doug. He's a good guy, so we'll see how things go next year. Hopefully good for the students.
Oh, I'm really excited. I can't believe I won. I've been nervous about this all day, and it was just, I don't know, just got my nerves that I had to wait until 11:30 tonight, but I'm so glad I got in. I want to meet the needs of the students. If the students have problems, I want to know that they can come to me. I want to make sure that their money is spent wisely when it comes to things like tuition increases, and make sure that money, such as like the technology fee and student health, that it goes to the right places, and just let the students know that we're there for them.
After weeks of campaigning, the Student Association elections are finally over, and joining us today is Doug Larson, the recently elected president. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I must say, right now the election is being appealed, but if everything holds true, you will be the new Student Association president.
Yes.
How did it feel when you found out?
I was glad that it was finally over. I was excited that the outcome was in our favor, or in my favor. I was a little disappointed to see that my slate didn't pull through like we hoped.
You're the only one that got off your ticket that won, right?
We together as a slate, myself, Shannon Mojant as vice president, John Weber as treasurer, and Connie Filipinko. We all, as secretary, we all worked together. We all worked really hard, and it's kind of disappointing to see that they're not going to be following through with office, but I look forward. I'm sure they're going to support me all the way through, and we should all be in office really kind of together working.
How much time did you spend working on the campaign, and what time did you start?
We got to start campaigning officially as far as putting up posters, signs, etc. Sunday before we came back from spring break. The week prior to that, and even further along, we'd started to come up with ideas of how we were going to come at the campaign, how our posters were going to look, what we wanted to do. So I suppose we started a good week before. The whole spring break we'd worked pretty hard. Then it was about 1 in the morning on Sunday, the day we could officially start campaigning, when we started, and we put up a couple bed sheets. And,
I saw those on Old Main, right?
Yes, we found out that, me and Shannon found out that it was quite cold that early in the morning and when the wind blows.
I'm surprised the tape even stuck to the building after.
Yeah, we were satisfied.
You also had some buttons, I know. What do you think was the key to your campaign? Was it all the advertising you did for it, or?
To be honest, I think the advertising, the posters, the signs, I think they had little effect on the campaign. I think I really believe the only reason we won was the support I'd gotten from a lot of people outside of outside of our ticket that were supporting us. I don't want to mention any names because I couldn't stop. I mean, we would just talk for a long time, and they all did their part. I mean, they all really helped, and I mean, that meant a lot to me, and I've tried to go around to every one of them and thank them, because that, I mean, it's not fun to go to your friends and ask them to vote for a friend of yours or to explain what they stand for, and they pulled through for us, and it was a tough job for them, and I was very grateful. I mean, it meant a lot to me.
Okay, now you're taking over after Corey Henry was in office for 2 years. Do you have any previous experience in public office for?
I have served on numerous different levels of I don't know if you want to call it government or office. I mean, I've served from everything from a class president to serving on a national board. I believe I do have experience in running meetings in organization, working with people and for people. I haven't held an office yet here at Minot State. This will be my first. So I think with my experience from the other fields, it'll help me. And I'm sure Corey, he's served his campus well for 2 years. He's hardworking. He did the campus. He did good work, and there are going to be some big shoes that I'm going to have to try to fill. And I look forward to having him help me get into office and just kind of show me the ropes, as that's what the first 2 weeks. I get into office April 15th, and the 2 weeks prior to that is when my orientation, or so to speak, comes. And I think with his help, with the help from people from my slate, I think, and my experience, I think it'll work out.
Okay, do you know Dan Seymour, the vice president?
I know more of him. As far as I've met him, I've spoken with him a couple times. He seems very intelligent. He seems like a good individual, and I think we'll work well together. I mean, I have to admit that I would have rather it been the person I campaigned with, but all things aside, I think Dan's a very, very good gentleman, and I look forward to working with him.
What are some of the things you would like to accomplish as president?
Delivering our promises. We promised to go to the people, to meet their concerns, to meet their needs and issues, and that's what we hope to do. I had mentioned at the debate that I had thought that one of the first things, and which will be one of the first things I'll do, is install an answering machine, which would give the students access to us at any moment. I mean, if they have a problem at 1 o'clock in the morning that they want to express, they can call, leave their name, message, and number, and we'll get back to them within the next couple days, as soon as we can, providing if they're home at the times we're around. I was informed at the debate that the Student Association currently has an answering machine, so I felt kind of a little bit dumb for mentioning it. And that night, then I apologized at the debate and for accusing them of not having a machine. I called that night. I was told though that there were 2 lines and that I probably just dialed the wrong number, so I called both lines, got an answering machine on neither line. And later that week I was in the office and I discovered their machine, which was not plugged in. Oh. So I was kind of disappointed to see that, and that'll be one of the first things. And just going to the people, what they want, the concerns. I noticed when we had our wonderful weather in January and none of the cars on campus, the people in the dorms, none of their vehicles would start. I mean, 70 below has that effect on any type of vehicle, except for Buicks. No, even mine wouldn't start. Anyway, the concern was, why don't we have electrical outlets in the dome or in the parking lots? And that was brought up at a meeting in late January. I was at the meeting, and a committee was formed, and they were supposed to meet with the administration. And as far as I know, I've talked to the lady that was on one of the ladies that were on the committee just a week ago or so, and they still haven't met. I mean, it's almost April. I mean, except for this last hit of snow. I mean, everybody's forgotten about the cold weather. I mean, that was an issue that was brought up. A lot of people were concerned. I talked to a number of people that had to get their cars jumped so they could get to work. They paid $20 to get it jumped. They went to 4 hours worth of work. They worked for minimum wage. And I did the math, and they lost money out of that deal. Yeah. And I've asked them, well, if we installed the outlets, I said, you know, there would be a cost. And you couldn't expect the student body to pay it all in one. And would you be willing to pay for this with an increase in parking permits? And I've yet to talk to someone who is opposed to $10 or $15 increase. I don't know what it would cost to put in or what it would cost to pay for it. That would have to be something that we would look into, but of course if the committees never meet, that would never be found out. I hope to adopt the committee from past administration. If the committee members are no longer interested, develop a new committee, or if I can't find a committee, just do it myself, talk with the administration, find out what the cost would be, and if possible, start the construction this summer when the parking lots are empty.
Right. Well, that's a very important issue, and I'm sure you'll do well with other issues. And once again, I'd like to say congratulations. This is Doug Larson, our new Student Association President. We'll be right back.
Minot State University Broadcasting Department would like to thank the following businesses for underwriting this production. Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream Parlors, 1929 North Broadway. C&M Sports Cards, 2415 North Broadway. The Bagel Stop, across from Tilly's on Broadway. The Minot State Art Club. Strokeland's Oak Park Liquor, 326 16th Street Northwest. Northwest Projector, 1419 2nd Avenue Southwest. Dakota Harley Davidson Incorporated, 520 20th Avenue Southwest. The Minot State University Theater Department. Choice Hotels International, 1625 20th Avenue Southeast. Signs Today, 20 Central Avenue West. I. Keating Furniture World, 10 South Broadway. Norwest Banks, with 3 locations located in Minot. G-Bach Video Productions, 1800 16th Street Southwest. Alan Kurth Olds Aurora, across from Roosevelt Park on Burdick Expressway East. MSU Campus Newspaper, The Red and Green, located in the student publications. Night Train Pizza, 1701 South Broadway. The Minot State Athletic Department, located in the MSU Dome. Glenfield Grocery and Lunch Counter, located in Glenfield, North Dakota. Target in Dakota Square Mall. Radio Shack, located in the J.C. Penney Court of Dakota Square Mall. Simeone Enterprises, Portland, Oregon. Media Inc. Student Video Productions. The Safari Inn, next to Target at Dakota Square Mall. Cat's Lounge, located in the Safari Inn, right next to Target. Stevic Business Forms, located at 609 North Broadway. KMSU 790 AM, Minot State's campus radio station. And Dakota Square Mall.
The weather may not be ideal for softball practice, but the MSU women's softball team has already hit the field, and they're looking good. Jen Kuntz has more.
A whole different ball game. It's been a lot of fun so far.
Coach Jay DeCan is talking about this year's Minot State University women's softball team. So far, the team has traveled to Kansas for some matchups and some valuable experience.
The games that we've won down in Kansas, we've played real well. In fact, and a few of the games that we lost, we played real well and got beat by very good teams. It's a lot of new people trying to mix in with a few returners. And so that was kind of our goal in Kansas, is just get everybody being able to play with new people and adjusting and that type of thing. And we think it's working out real well.
3 new girls on the team went to school together in Lakeville, Minnesota. Sisters Jen and Shelley Rodriguez and Michelle Ehlers have played together in high school. They say that's a definite advantage here at Minot State.
It's really good because I feel, not that I don't feel comfortable with the rest of them, but I know their playing style, so it's easier for me. I originally started out at Mankato, Minnesota, and my friend Michelle Ayler, who's also on the softball team, told me that they had a softball team and I wasn't playing anymore at Mankato, so I decided to come here and give it a try.
They did a good job for pitching for us in high school. They're doing a good job here, too.
The team is hoping they can get some games in Bismarck going next week. They would play against Valley City and Jamestown, but that all depends on the weather. For now, the girls are bearing out 6:30 a.m. practices inside the MSU Dome. I'm Jen Kuntz for MSU Inside Out.
A vital part of any softball team is their pitching.
That's right, Krista. MSU's pitching coach, Kurt Tabashnik, has been with the team for 2 years now and brings a world full of experience to the club.
I could say he is a hired gun, a man that travels around the world selling his talents to the highest bidder. Kurt Tabashnik, a native of Saskatchewan, has used his talents of throwing a softball to take him as far as Australia.
Ended up playing, we had the World Tournament in Saskatoon, and I was throwing some batting practice for a Chinese Taipei team, and I ran into a team from Australia down there. And I just, one thing led to another, they had some spots open for some pitchers. So I flew down there, and ended up, first 2 years down there, we won the national championship, and it was a real good time. Third year, we kind of left early, more of a vacation type of deal. But,
Right now, the highest bidder for Tabashnik's services is the MSU women's fast pitch team. Like any aging gunslinger, age has caught up with Tabashnik, making him look at coaching as an option for the future.
softball's been a part of my life for over 20 years, so I just wanted to decide to get into coaching since I'm getting a little older and playing's getting a little longer in time, so I just decided to get the coaching and be the next logical place to go.
With all the expertise that he has acquired over the years, Tabashnik's students like Shelly Rodriguez feel his experience can really help them.
He's gone through and he's done his already, so he knows how to do it, so I feel that he can help me in a lot of ways.
Although the team didn't do well in a tournament they went to earlier in the year in Kansas, Tabashnik believes the team has potential for a late run into the playoffs.
So I think we're going to do well. At first I was a little leery about how far we'd go with the kind of practice we're getting in early, but now the girls are getting into gear and the team's gelling real well.
With the help of Kurt Tabashnik, the MSU women's fast pitch team could be riding high into the playoffs. For MSU Inside Out, I'm Justin Fast.
Joining me now in the studio, I have a couple of MSU baseball players, Brent Lair, Shane Hafner. Thanks for stopping by today, guys.
No problem.
First off, to my immediate right, Brent Lair. You're from Munster, Saskatchewan. You're a junior. You transferred from UND Williston. You're a back catcher.
Yeah.
Why Minot?
When I was looking around where to go, I guess, I talked to our coach and stuff, and he said that, Minot would be having a fresh program coming up, and I knew a couple people that have gone there in the past, and I knew they had a good relationship with Canadian students, and being a new team, I knew we'd have a lot of chance to play coming in from a junior college, because I knew they were looking at a lot of junior college players because we got some experience, so it seemed like the place to go, and a lot of the UND guys that I was going to school with went, so worked out good.
Okay, you had a chance to play last year against the Minot club team. You saw what the team was about, how it was probably going to come around. Did that help your decision at all? Yeah, well, with the club team, they were pretty strong for a club team. I mean, they took us a game or two at least, and for a club team to do that is just with having players on campus is pretty good. And when I talked to Coach Gullickson, he had said he was going to recruit a lot of players, and I think he recruited like 30 to 39 players. So with that many new players coming in, I knew it was going to be a strong team. So. Okay. And the facilities too, to boot, like we got Corbett in the Dome, and I mean that was a big part as well. Okay, now off to the your right, we have Shane Hafner. Shane, you're from Minot. You graduated from Minot Ryan. You're now a sophomore at Minot State here. You're a shortstop. You played club ball. What made you decide to stay and finish out your career here in Minot?
Well, coming from last year, I thought we had a pretty good season. We only had, it was a short season, but we got some things accomplished last year that, people probably didn't expect us to do as a first-year club team. We played some pretty quality junior college teams and got some big wins from, our team. And the pitching staff was, just about 5 or 6 guys last year. And I knew this year, as soon as we got some recruitments in, and fill a couple spots, from last year. The guys graduating and stuff. I thought we'd have a pretty good season again.
Okay. Any offers from schools such as Mary, Jamestown, anywhere around the area?
Yeah, Mary, I talked to before my freshman year coming out of high school, and they were going to supposed to have their club team last year too, and I got a few letters from them, but I had already planned on and talked to the coaches here, so made that decision already, and they ended up not even having their team last year, so I felt pretty good about the decision to come here.
Okay. Like you mentioned earlier, right now you guys are practicing in the Dome, and because it's such a popular facility around Minot, very, very busy schedule. You guys are sometimes in there 6:30 in the morning, sometimes you're in 3:15. You got to rotate with the softball team. How does that affect you guys?
It's not too bad. Like, we've been practicing more at like 3:30 and stuff, so it hasn't been too bad. I mean, I got a lot of respect for the girls. I mean, they've been practicing at 6:30 pretty much all the time, and we've been jumping in there every once in a while, but it's been all right. The track team's been in there sometimes, and we've been kind of having to split time, but now that we got 2 cages going, we're getting the stuff that we need to get done. But I mean, I think we're a lot farther ahead than a lot of other schools, like whereas Mayville or Jamestown, I'm sure they don't have the facilities that we have, not even close. So.
And the weather has been very cooperative with us either, and we expect to be outside for a week or so by now, and it's a good thing, we have the Dome, a nice facility like that and a couple of cages, but it's hard to, go play your first game without having a few looks outside.
Yeah, that brings me to my next question. Okay, so now once you get outside, where are you guys going to practice, and how's that going to affect the team? Like, what's going to be different from outside compared to inside the Dome?
I think the facility over at Corbett Field, they take good care of the field, and it's probably one of the finest ballparks in North Dakota, and we're lucky to be able to practice there. Usually 2 o'clock in the afternoon when we get outside, and if it's busy, we can always go up to the complex or whatever, and take a few looks outside. But the pitchers, the big key. Pitchers are a big key. A good team, and it's nice to be able to throw it inside, but you got to get outside to get a real look at what's going to happen to the pitchers.
Okay, so maybe both you guys are in the infield. You're a catcher, you're a shortstop. Possibly it'll probably help the fielders out a little more. Can't really hit too many fly balls in the Dome. I mean, you can only get them up so high.
Yeah, for sure. Like even like cutting home and stuff. We've been doing a lot of that stuff and infield, outfield. But there's limitations with the Dome. I mean, it's not the Metrodome. I mean, it's big, but it's pretty small.
You're not going to see the hops that you see outside either. As far as infield, the ball's going to do a lot of different things outside than it would on a smooth surface, and we get a good repetitions indoors, but you got to be outside.
Yeah. So all in all, we got the Dome here, Minot State, Mary, Jamestown, anything like that. What do they practice in a building? Something like Swain?
I would think so.
I'm not even sure. I know Mayville's got some kind of a underground tunnel deal. I'm not sure how big it is or not, but I think for indoors we're definitely at an advantage. Like, I mean, a lot of teams, like I know Mayville went down on they played a 10-game schedule or something, and then they come back here. I know that happened in Williston when we went down on our trip to Nebraska. We went on our spring trip, we come back up and there's snow and we can't play. So being that we didn't get our spring trip going, I mean, we're not at too much of a disadvantage, because we'd have to sit around and do nothing anyways, just sit in the Dome. So. Okay,
so now pretty much Old Man Winter's supposedly gone. I mean, we're going to get hit again here pretty quick. Once you get outside, what are the mix of the guys like on the team? How are you guys going to get along on the field?
There's a wide range of guys. I mean, we got a lot of guys, like the freshman guys. We got I think there's some seniors, junior college guys. So like, it's kind of everybody's at a different level, maybe not ability-wise, but mentally too. And there's a couple characters and stuff. So I mean, everything's gonna gel. I mean, it's just a matter of getting outside and getting it going.
The older guys help out the young guys quite a bit too. We only have 2 or 3 coaches, and we have some older guys with quite a bit of experience. And you can see them walking around giving it, young guys pointers and stuff. Helping them on a swing and different techniques that help. So that's good.
Okay, Shane, first-year team, first-year coach. What are the goals?
Well, I think just beginning of the season, first of all you want to be able to compete. We don't know much about the other teams, since we didn't play them last year, but I think to have a winning season first of all, and be able to compete in tournament time, and just overall play well and have a good season.
Okay, Well, guys, thanks a lot for stopping by. Brent Lair, Shane Hafner, MSU's 2 baseball players stopping in on the show today. Thanks again, guys, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks.
That'll wrap things up for today. We'll be off next week due to the Easter break, but we'll be back the following week with a jam-packed show.
And we'll leave you today with the KMSU video of the week. It's Simple Lessons by Candlebox. See you in 2 weeks.
See you later.
Onto my floor. It's okay, we cleaned them many times before. Simple lessons, oh, simple lessons, oh, simple lessons, oh, simple lessons, oh. Simple, simple lessons, oh. Everywhere, and I wanna cry. What's left before I said hello? He's had days where shades of brilliance never granted him space. Green shades of painful rains, yeah, it's okay, they'll wash away now. Simple lessons, oh, simple lessons, oh, simple lessons, oh, simple lessons, oh. Always taught you all, drown yourself empty. Always taught you all, drown yourself empty. Sounds to me like this is my We're started from ages of childish games, yet I've never seen your head.